This is Andi Purewal, Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm here in Leeds and I'm delighted to be joined by Ebanie Bridges here at the Warrington Martinez-2 press conference. Ebanie, firstly, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Very good. Good to be back here in Leeds.
It is indeed. Before we come on to your bout, you're up here in Leeds for his press conference. You're actually training down south with Mark Tibbs now. Is that a full-time move?
Yeah, I mean, we're working really well together. Obviously, it's my first camp with him, so, and so far so good. So, let's see what happens. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving it at the moment. I'm loving everything about it, so sure.
For yourself, whilst you've been working with Mark, what in particular do you feel you've been improving on during your time together?
I mean, I've only just started camp. It's like, I'm 5 days in, but so I'm just working on my fitness at the moment. But, Mark has a world of knowledge, great boxing brain, him and his father. And, I just feel like he can bring a little bit more finesse to my game.
Obviously, as we mentioned here in Leeds, Cecilia Roman, March 26th, your second crack at World Honours. How long have you been working on this fight, Ebanie?
Yeah, a while. You know what? I've always loved the Cecilia Roman fight. Just because, I'm a fan of Cecilia Roman. I think she's a great fighter, and I've always watched her fight and thought, wow, that'd be a mad fight. That would be a good fight to have. Just because she's, her style. I think our styles gel well together, and it's exciting for me. Thinking about fighting with her is exciting. Yeah.
Eddie's pointed out it's probably the hardest fight in the division that you could have had. So why did you want this one out of all of them?
Because I thought it would be the funnest, to be honest. I really did. I look at her style. I think this is going to be a fun fight, and. I want to have fun. I want to have fights that I enjoy as well. Because if I enjoy it, I think the fans will enjoy it. And I just really like her style, and I think it's going to be exciting. So yeah.
Is it difficult not to look beyond this fight? If you're successful, when you look at the rest of the division and potential fights and opportunities out there, is it difficult not to think about what could be next?
Not really. I'm not really looking about what's beyond, to be honest, because this fight, I have to win this fight. I really, really do. And for me, winning is really the only option. I just feel I really do. I have to win it. My first world title fight, it was I didn't have any pressure. I'm I'll just come over, 4 weeks notice, whatever. I want to have the fight and it's amazing. But now it's I really need to win this fucking fight, and as soon as I win this fight, the door's open. There's so many possibilities and opportunities for me. There's so many that there's no point even focusing on any of it, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
I know you won't want to focus on it, and I completely understand why, but there is one other fight which is soon to take place, Carly Skelly and Jamie Mitchell. Firstly, what do you make of that fight?
Yeah, I think it's a great fight. Well, I think Skelly's going to be a bit of a handful for Jamie, I think Jamie's obviously the more skilled fighter, but Skelly's messy and she's aggressive and she'll make the fight a bit hard, I think. She's a southpaw as well. So I think she'll be a bit of a handful. But I do see if Jamie can compose herself under that and bring the same Jamie focused and determined that fought Shannon Courtney, then I think she gets her hand raised. But, it's not going to be easy with Skelly.
Would that be the one for you which would maybe make most sense if you wanted to look towards other world titles, provided March 26th goes to plan, of course?
Not really. There's no real fate. There's no real... there's no real priority or one that I care about, any of them I'd unify with any of them really. I think my manager manages Jamie, so I think, that could be probably a good fight for it to be made in that sense. But, I'm not fussed, get through this fight and then whatever happens, happens.
Ebanie, just get your thoughts on the main event for the Leeds show, Martinez-Warrington 2, going to be a great fight as everybody expects. What are you expecting from it?
I actually think that Josh can win this. Like I said, he won in the last fight. I feel like maybe even Martinez might be even underestimating him a little bit because, he seems to think that he won the last fight and he's just come off this great win, where Josh has kind of had a bit of a shitty run. But I know that Josh is hungry as ever, and I think he's so determined to win this fight. And I know Josh believes he can win this fight because he's done it before. So I think it's a great fight. And, Leeds Warrior all the way.
And Ebanie, for yourself, fighting in Leeds, how excited are you for that?
Oh man, excited as fuck. I've heard all about the Leeds Arena and the atmosphere in the Leeds Arena. So excited. My last fight obviously was in Leeds as well, but the fans only had 5 days notice knowing that I was fighting on that card. I was one of the first on the card. It was in a big stadium, which is great, but I just feel like this one's going to be different. It's going to be different. It's going to be different atmosphere. And I honestly didn't think I'd actually be fighting back in Leeds this fast because I was I just fought in Leeds, so I probably won't come around for a while. And I'm fuck, here I am again. This is mad. So I'm very excited for that because obviously there's plenty of places I could fight in the UK, but Leeds is like my home away from home, so it's great to be here with my people.
And just the final one, we had the Taylor Serrano bout and yesterday. Just get your take on it.
Yeah, it's a great fight. Definitely probably the best fight for women's boxing. It's a fight that needed to happen. Yeah, I think it's happened at the right time as well. It's good now that Serrano has, Jake Paul behind her and being able to promote that, because before, I think it would have been a little bit of a lower, key kind of fight. Even though, boxing fanatics know of Amanda Serrano, and, women's boxing fans, and some Americans. But now with the Jake Paul backing, she's a bit more of a name and she's much more well known, so it makes the fight even bigger. And I feel like whoever wins that fight can really call themselves a pound for pound in women's boxing, And I'm definitely edging to Amanda Serrano in that fight.
Right, Ebanie, just a final one before I let you go. What would you like to say to those who will be tuning in on March 26th to watch your fight with Cecilia Roman? What will everybody be expecting?
Expecting a very exciting fight, hopefully a war, because that's what I like, and hopefully no injuries. But yeah, no, look, tune in. It's going to be exciting. I want to take that belt off the champion. I want to dethrone her. And want to get that hand raised. So, the more people that are there, the more support that I have, the more energy I get. And so hopefully I see a lot of you guys there.
Ebanie, I appreciate your time as always. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.